Hello Aries, welcome to your relationship reading for November 2025. You'll see here I have two deck of cards. This deck of cards with some charms. We're going to tap into and have a conversation about your relationships with anything, people, places, environments, yourself. And then this deck of cards, we're going to look at them. So however that definition is fulfilled for you at this time, at this reading, or as it comes to you as we get to the cards, it could be a person, people, organization, community, whatever it is, team. So we'll see sort of the insights, clarity, response to you from your angels and your soul energies about the them. But we're going to start with you. So if you want to just skip ahead to your messages, feel free. I do timestamp for that. Otherwise, let's hang out and get your cards and charts here. So Aries, let's see how you're doing in your relationship centers. Let's see what your conversation's going to be about. I'm just pausing to myself because when I started shuffling, the way the two kind of got stuck on top of each other. They didn't easily and seamlessly integrate. So I don't know if you're like stumbling on, like, if you're living with someone, we can like stumble and be on top of each other, right? Or that could be like in a work setting, kind of always in each other's way, kind of always turning the same corner together and kind of bumping into each other, kind of having the same rhythm maybe. But like I said, the cards didn't go together easily. So maybe it's like an oil and water, opposites attract maybe scenario. Okay, that we'll be talking about. Maybe it's the them that we'll get into. So let's see. What is the messages, the answers, the insights related to them? Whatever that might be. I thought they were going to stop at 2 cards there for a second. Not that that would be bad, but the way they paused, I think even they paused for a moment, like, is 2 cards enough? Do we need to add anything else? Okay. And we'll just see if any charms want to come down. They're digging over here right away, so we'll see what they're looking for. Excuse me. Kind of lost my voice there for a second. Okay. They kind of fooled me. I thought they were gonna come out the front here with the charm, and the jack-o'-lantern came out the back. Which is interesting because I said fooled me, and this is like trick or treat, right? Halloween just passed. They want to keep the star. Okay. This one goes out of the way. Guess we'll see what this trickery is. Or maybe you thought you were fooled. Interesting, Aries. Okay, so we're going to start with you, some messages about your relationships. Let's grab the top card here. So we have the King of Cups. I'm pausing a bit because the jack-o'-lantern came down over here. And I was just about to pick it up, but they stopped me because I feel like the face of the dragon is making me think of the jack-o'-lantern here. So maybe they go hand in hand. Maybe they're connected somehow, but we're going to tune in here. I'll try not to get distracted. So they're pulling me to the kind of crabs down here, kind of faded out a little bit. But when I get a crab, for me, this is like influence. you know, external factors, whether it be people, circumstances, right? Sometimes the weather. They're at play here. They're coming forward, and I don't know if this is you trying to keep them at bay. Like maybe you have a lot of people sharing their thoughts and opinions with you right now. You know, unsolicited advice, sometimes we call it. And you're kind of trying your best to deflect it, like you're trying to get your voice heard. Like, thank you, I heard you, but no thanks. Like, I'm good, right? But they keep coming towards you here. They keep trying to influence you, but I keep seeing you kind of push back. Yeah, there's just this sense of, I'm okay, I'm happy with, you know, this, and I really don't want to kind of listen to you. Like, I want you to listen to me, right? Become an audience and listen to me. I'm done listening to you, kind of thing. It's not helpful, maybe. You know, maybe you've been receiving the same old story, right? And now you're starting to step forward and say, okay, enough is enough. You know, I'm deciding this, and you're not going to change it. Could be that. Okay. Oh, okay. Guess we're not going there. I keep trying to go there, and they're stopping me. So look how easy that card came up. Guess we're going there last. You wouldn't think that I wouldn't be able to pick up a little charm that probably weighs like nothing, right? Like whatever on a scale. That really threw me off. Why couldn't I pick that up? And I keep wanting to. So maybe that's what you want to do. Like, are you trying to take the lead? Are you trying to, like we say, you know, grab the ball and run with it, right? Are you just trying to be like, let's just try it my way? You know, I know what I'm doing. Let me try. Let me move forward with this. Let me give it a go. See what I can do. Okay. Page of Cups. Now you can see that the bunny here, your soul, is kind of running in and trying to quickly, right, as quick as a bunny, untangle your ankle here, because you're not watching where you're going. You're not watching where you're walking. You're looking behind you. Again, at all these kind of whispers, all this external noise. And again, you're holding your idea, your strategy, your goal, your so it's a bowl with water. So they're showing me like scrying, which is like an oracle, right? So it's like, you know where you're headed, or you've made a decision of, this is where I'm headed now, right? I've seen my future vision. I know where I'm headed. I know where I want to go. Your soul is helping you out, because like I said, they're untangling your ankle here. So they're making sure you don't falter as you head forward. So you are making the right choice here. This isn't stubbornness. This isn't defiance. This isn't walking away from something. It's the opposite. It's knowing what your needs are, knowing that you want to be heard, putting yourself first, and your soul is here for it. They're untangling you from this web. You're helping you, make it easier for you to head on forward. You know, maybe you're walking away from an ending, right? A closure, and you have all the individuals still asking why, right? Why did you resign? Why did you break up? Why did you skip this? Why didn't you come to the event? And you're trying to explain to them, well, this is why. You know, I'm happier. I want to go here. My time is spent here. And universe, your soul, your angels are helping you walk that way. They're detangling you. You're walking away from something that It was really controlling you, tangling you all up. Maybe that's why the cards wouldn't go together when I was shuffling, right? The oil and water. And you finally realize that you got your bowl of water, and you're walking away. Look what's in the sky, right? Bubbles of oil floating behind you, little bubbles, droplets of oil. They don't mix, and you realize that. You're releasing yourself from it. Me in this environment, me in this person, me in this group, we do not mix. Okay, 3 of Swords. I don't know why I heavy sighed. I didn't lose my breath, so maybe that was you guys. You're just like, finally, someone's acknowledging, right? Someone's recognizing, acknowledging, and understanding exactly what I'm doing here. Okay, so 3 of Swords. So what's interesting here is there's a saying about lightning doesn't strike twice. So if lightning strikes you twice, you know, that's an omen, right? And they're giving me that sense. I'm getting that sense of lightning striking you and then striking you twice. So this is positive immediate change followed by another eureka moment, right? Another great leap forward. And look what you're deciding to do, right? You're clipping your wings here. You're disconnecting from this group, this place, this relationship. This could also be, you know, another version of yourself. And you're like, nope, I'm ready now. You know, I'm taking the training wheels off. So I'm clipping my wings. You know, I'm going to grow the next set and move forward. So you're pulling the swords out of your heart and you're embracing your awareness and knowledge of who I am now. A lot of this is who I am now. Listen to me. I'm walking this way. Look how I'm changing. And there's good fortune here about to hit you twice. Oh, okay. Now it comes up fairly easy. Still pretty heavy. Still pretty heavy. Maybe this is a bit of an emotional weight that you'll feel for a bit. So the jack-o'-lantern, like I was saying in the intro, getting the cards and the charms, a bit of a trickster, mischievous energy, a distractor, right? An illusion. But they paired that with your white prism, the home where your soul resides, right? Whoa, and it just floated. See how it floated away from this mischievous trickster charm. Sorry, I'm walking around because I'm trying to see where it flew away to. Ah, there it is. Okay, and I'm going to show you. So it flew away, and then it was golden side up. So good fortune to you. Your soul is confirming, right? Your soul is recognizing that you purified yourself. You built up your self-belief, your trust, your awareness, your intuition, and you said goodbye to this more negative influence. I just want to say influence or environment, right? So it's somebody else's energy that is just troublesome, right? They get enjoyment out of mischief or causing others grief, and you've protected yourself from that. See, every time he tries to connect, but like I said, there's good favor because it flipped over and ran away. So good favor, good fortune as you leave this. And it was heavy. Maybe that's what was tying you down, right? That was the control. You know, it could be a dominant figure, right? A boss, an elder, whatever it is. Or whoever, I should say who, people. And then we have the Nine of Swords. Well, there's your oracle. The oracle you were consulting. Yeah, it looks like you're moving forward, right? You're rising up and you're fine with whatever connections you need to terminate. If it's with this group, you know, definitely a few people. I'm sure you make friends wherever you go. So a few people will be obviously missing you, saddened by your departure, but you're definitely rising here. You've made your decision. You're heading out. You're heading off. You know exactly who you are. So your relationships here, whether this is a work scenario, so your relationship with your work, with your career, is improving by removing yourself from a group. If it's a love relationship, a friendship, any kind of deep bond, you're letting them know, I've been communicating to you, you're not listening, you know, you don't control everything that I do anymore. Look at me, you know, clip the wings you put on me and grow my own, and then you rise up. So some really strong awareness here, Aries, on what wasn't serving you well in any of your relationship centers, and you're moving forward to you have clarity. You got clarity at some point, and you know exactly what direction you're going now. Nothing's going to stop you, right? The universe is removing things out of your way. So let's go over to them. So let's see who's come to mind for you. Them as a person, people, community, place. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords. And look at you freeing yourself here, right? Giving yourself some fresh breath. Maybe that's why I did the heavy sigh. I don't know if you are at the end of your rope, right? We get like all these sayings are coming to me, right? You got pushed to your limit, the end of your rope. You know, they had you up against the rails, right? Left you no choice but to free yourself. You know, there's nowhere else for me to go in this or with this. So away I go. Walking away from them, leaving them behind. Queen of Cups, hanging out on the beach here. Okay. So there's kind of two things. I don't know if this person or situation, whatever them is, if you kind of had an addiction to it, there was something about it that gave you a bit of an adrenaline, or, you know, we can get satisfied for a short term in our passion center with like a blitz of attention and affection, or a blitz of a good time, but then that's gone again, right? The wave recedes here, and then you're stuck sitting on the beach here waiting again. But with the alcohol and the way she's just devouring the brain, it's like, you know, something you definitely struggle with, because you definitely don't like the feeling of sitting here waiting. Like she's not happy. She's glaring at you, right? Look at me sitting here eating and drinking, waiting for you to come back, waiting for you to call, waiting for you to message. It's all emotional, the blue chair as well. So, you know, whoever or whatever this is, they keep you waiting. You know, they give you little nibbles, enough to, you know, like little nuggets, right? A little bit to satisfy you, and then for the short term. It's only short term though. There's only short term satisfaction here. Okay. You saw me, I was about to turn it back the other way, but it's not supposed to. The Hangman. Now I'm being drawn to like the women up here, right? In the window, calling down to their hero, right? So this could be, you know, if it is someone, right, that leaves you hanging, leaves you waiting, shows up late, you're sitting in the restaurant and they haven't showed up yet, they're not answering why they're late, blah 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 blah. This is the message of there's other people out there. You know, you don't need them just coming in and grabbing and taking from you if and when they want, right? They've kind of destroyed your world down here. It's not very nice. But you've got some good options out here, right? You've got some better friends, better connections, better memories to make. So why are you hanging out down here? Hangman, change your perspective. Look in another direction. Try something different, right? If it's, you know, it's squeezed you, right? They've squeezed you to your very end here. So try something different with them or about them, right? Either look for the same qualities, just packaged differently so that you're fully satisfied, or you're going to have a conversation with them about, hey, we need to change things around. Things have to turn around here. Okay. So, you know, a bit of walking forward, moving up, walking forward, moving up. So either case, either scenario, it looks like Aries, you know exactly what you want to do, who you are, where you're going, and I support that. So we'll check in next month and we'll see how you're doing.